So switching over to some leafy greens now, we want to give you an idea of just exactly what the Omega is capable of when it comes to leafy greens. We're going to do some spinach here. Again, always keeping in mind, especially when it comes to leafy greens, you don't want to overfill the machine at any time. This will cause the machine to give you a lot less yield than what you're capable of getting if you just let it work by itself. So a couple useful tips for juicing leafy greens. Number one is, of course, because leafy greens are so fibrous, you do not want to overfill the machine. Overfilling it will cause a lot of pressure, and this will lead to poor results when it comes to your yield. The next thing is that a lot of customers ask us, what are the benefits really with leafy greens? And we have to say that there's nothing out there which you can juice which is, number one, going to give you the live enzymes as leafy greens do, but it's not always something that everybody really enjoys the taste of. So what you can do when it comes to that is a lot of people like to juice carrots with it. That will sweeten up the taste considerably. And the second thing is that if you have ginger, just add a little bit of ginger, not too much though, just try it according to your taste. But when you're using ginger, don't use it at the end of juicing. Always try to do it somewhere in the middle. Taking a look at the pulp here, you can get a better look what we were talking about when we said about the fibers and making sure not to overfill the machine at one time. Another little tip when it comes to doing leafy greens is if you roll it together a little bit, you'll find that it's a whole lot easier to feed it into the machine. We're going to do something a little bit more exotic now, make some coconut milk. We've gone ahead and done the procedures beforehand, and what we've done is we've taken the coconut, taken the water out of the coconut, separated that, and then skinned the coconut just to get the meat of the coconut separate, chopped it into some smaller pieces, and then put it in the blender. The results you can see here, and this is what we're going to go ahead and juice now, and the results of that will give us our coconut milk. Now we'll have a look at the milk. So taking a look at the pulp, you can see that it's just absolutely dry, fluffy dry. The nice byproduct here is that you can use this for such things as cakes, cookies, so good deal there as well. Keeping it exotic, we're going to go ahead and make some sorbets now. We've got some frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries, and bananas. The nice thing about frozen sorbets is you get not only really an excellent taste, but it's much healthier than ice cream. The end product, here we've got our blueberries, strawberries, and the bananas. Everything mixed together over here on the other side. And as you can see, everything has a really nice texture to it and a lot healthier than ice cream and tastes great. So still staying with the blank screen, we're going to make some baby food now. We prepared some apples and bananas, and when you're working with the apples, it's always important to remember to peel them and core them. So, when we look at the finished product here, it's really nice. Of course, you're going to have to mix it up a little bit, but I'm sure your children will love it. So we're going to make some nut butter now. What you want to do is go ahead and fill the machine up first before you turn it on. You'll see that the consistency of the peanut butter at the beginning is a little dry. And this is depending on, of course, the peanuts themselves, but what you will need to do is put it through the machine a couple times perhaps, and if need be, add a little bit of oil to it. Afterwards, your finished product will look like this, and you've got yourself some homemade nut butter. Okay, we're going to make some pasta now, some noodles. And what we've done is we prepared a little bit of dough using simple tactics, 2 eggs, a little bit of flour, and some water. But the nice thing about using or making your own noodles is that you're able to get really creative with that, because we all know that wheat isn't, or flour isn't the healthiest thing that we're able to eat. And so, as you can see, there's 4 different nozzles used, different shapes. We're going to be using the smaller spaghetti nozzle. And if you notice also, we've gone ahead and formed the dough into little balls, if you like, and then rolled them out a little bit. This makes the feeding a lot easier, but you want to try to keep it consecutive so you don't break the noodles off. So when making the noodles, what you want to do is just look over and make sure that it's just taking a little bit of dough at a time. Okay, so we switched over to the larger hole nozzle, and a good idea is to keep some flour handy as well. This will help keep the noodles separated. Just sprinkling a little bit on. Okay, so that was the pasta. Hope that was able to give you a better idea of exactly what the machine's capable of. Okay, so that was our look today at the Omega 8004 and the 8006. In our eyes, really excellent machine when it comes to juice quality, juice yield, versatility. The ease of clean is a wonder, so 2 thumbs up from our side on that. Maybe the only downside that we can really say, being honest about it, is that when it comes to nut butters, there are better machines, or there are machines that will do a better job with that. So that's pretty much it from our side. So if you have any more questions, don't forget to contact us at eujuicers.com.